What is up? Welcome back to the video. So content has been a little slow for the past week, but it should be picking up here pretty shortly. But I'm gonna take you guys today on a day in the life vlog, and we're taking that car. And now you guys know, every single time we drive this car, we gotta get gas to go get gas. Now, one of the things that I love about this car is how easy it is to switch between the E85 tune and then straight 91 tune. For example, if we have to switch, because right now we're on the 91 tune, I believe. But if we wanted to switch to E85, you just press the cancel, go to 2, and that's it. And then 91 is just a 1, and that's it. And it goes right back to normal. As you guys know, we bought the Euro spec tail lights for this car in the last video, so a little update on that. As you guys know, we had an issue where the left side was brighter than the right side. Well, I actually tried to fix it, and I'm into those clips now. So if you guys saw in the last video, we made some clear tail lights. No, I'm just kidding, we didn't make them. We're on our way of doing that, but we also picked up some Euro spec tail lights for the ST. But if you guys saw, we had a little issue with it, just a little bit. As you guys might have noticed, and which I said in the last video, this tail light is the exact same tail light as the USD version of the ST. But since this is the Euro spec, the only difference is this little light right here is a LED. There's 2 strips on each side. Now, our problem is this side is brighter than this side. And I actually made the conclusion that I think it's not the fact that this is aftermarket and that one's the OEM one. I think this light itself is just more dim, and I think it's on its way out. I think that's the issue. Because if we unlock the door, you notice how you can see that side, but you can't see that. Well, you can see it, but you can barely see it, So this gives me about 2 options. I can either install resistors on the driver's side tail light to bring it down to this passenger side tail light, but who wants to do that? Or I can just install LED strips inside this tail light to bring it back up to the driver's side tail light. You guys are probably thinking, how did you even think of the idea of installing resistors? I tell you guys, I'm a wiring fanatic. That's my forte. The fact that those tail lights don't match really bugged me, so I'm gonna work on that. We're gonna go to the store, we're gonna get an LED strip, and we're gonna try to fix that today. Now, I know some of you are like, why are you putting an LED strip inside your tail light to fix it? That's kind of ghetto. It's 100% temporary. Now, these tail lights are very hard to find. I know some of you know that because you've been looking for them. They're very hard to find. So there is a set in SoCal, however, that I'm talking to the guy. He's checking to see if he has them. So hopefully he has them. If he does, we'll pick those up. But in the meantime, we just gotta fix it. Now, you can't find like a regular LED strip nowadays. Everything has to be like smart controlled, Alexa controlled, motion detected. But this was the most basic set that I could find. So let's open it up and see if it fixes it. Let's see what we got in the bag. Oh look, and it's USB controlled. But what I'm gonna do is I am gonna cut this USB off. It should expose like 2 wires. I just need the ground and power, and then we'll just hook it up to our tail light. So just to give you one last look how it looks. So again, that light is brighter, this light is dimmer. So we're gonna take off this tail light real quick. We're gonna install those LEDs inside. We're gonna wire it up, and hopefully it matches. Hopefully this doesn't turn out brighter than that one now, but we're gonna use our best judgment. All right, so here's what it looks like. So I went ahead and wired it up inside of the actual housing itself. So all I have to do is just put this grommet back on, and you won't see anything. So let's go ahead and put everything back, and let's hope that this actually does it. Yeah, even with those LED strips inside of this tail light, it's still nowhere near as bright as it is as this one. So I don't know, guys, I think we have to take an L on this one. So I might have a way out of that. There is a set down in SoCal, a guy that I know is selling them. So hopefully we can work something out where he's willing to actually sell them to me. But do you guys think we got scammed? I think we got scammed. So it is Sunday, and something that I know you guys don't know about me is I actually grew up in a church. So we're gonna go ahead and go in church real quick. I know the pastor on a personal level, like a personal level, like bloodline close. We gotta catch these blessings because we're gonna need them. And I said too much. So here is our current situation. We have this light that's brighter than this one. Now, in the daytime, obviously it's more dramatic. You can see that one fairly easy. This one's like non-existing at all. So that's our issue. So again, I have the choice of either dimming this down to match this one or finding another set. Let's just pray and let's hope that the guy from SoCal comes through for us. Oh, it is so convenient that it put an E85 station right in the middle of town. And also, something you guys don't know, that building right there with that company, that location, that was actually my first job. We're gonna have to switch the tune. Now this car actually has 3 maps. So 1's 91, 2 is E85, and 3 is E85 low boost, but we don't want low boost. Like I said, guys, just kind of bear with me on content right now. It is a little slow, but it should be picking up here pretty shortly. Now, update with the state ref, with the Nismo, the ticket that we got like, what, 2-3 months ago. We're still waiting on a decision. If you guys don't know, I did hire a lawyer to take care of that for me. It's just a lawyer that deals with like traffic violations and stuff like that. Don't really know their exact name, but I hired an institution to take care of that for me. So they're texting me saying, oh, you know, we're still waiting on a decision. So I don't know what that means, but I'm hoping that it gets resolved this year, because I do not want that to roll over to the next year. Now, the ticket that we got in Lake Tahoe with the ST, we're still waiting on that. I haven't got anything in the mail, and I'm hoping that one of those situations happen where, you know, you just don't get anything in the mail, it doesn't show in the system, it just, there's no record of it. I'm hoping that that happens in this case, because I've never had that happen to me. But I think that's it as far as the updates, other than the fact that we're still waiting on the wheels for the Nismo. Once we get those wheels for the Nismo, that content is going to be very interesting. I'm calling out all 370Z or 350Z owners. Honestly, I don't know if the 370Z is wider, but if you have a 370Z, if you know a friend or a guy that has a 370Z and they want to eventually run a drag pack, or you're just curious, make sure that you guys tune in for when we get those wheels, because that whole setup is going to be interesting. The reason why is because, see if I can explain this very well. I don't know if it's just on the 370s, 50s, or if it's just like all rear-wheel drive cars, but when running a drag pack, you have to be very careful what wheel you run in the front and the back. Like, you can't run, we plan on running a 305 in the back. I can't run like a 245 in the front and a 305 in the back, because it's gonna mess up the ABS system. So I plan on running a 305 in the rear and then a 285 in the front, and that should stabilize the ABS system. Honestly, I'm not too for sure, but I know that in the front with a 285 it will rub, so we might have to do some modification. So again, if you guys have a 370Z, 350Z, you know a guy, or you're just curious, make sure that you stay tuned for when we get those wheels, because that content, it's going to be interesting. Now, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. So I got an email last week, I think it was the day before Thanksgiving. The company that I bought the wheels from reached out to me and said that they're preparing the wheels for shipping. It's just processing, and they will update the tracking as soon as possible. So will it come this week? Will it come next week? I don't know. You're just going to have to wait and see. I will end the video right here. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Stay safe and stay tuned.
Whoa. Who knew I would make it this far? They hated, they never believe me. Yeah, I would never drop the ball. I know I make it look easy. Yeah, Mayweather with the defense. I don't care what a critic gotta say. I got them picking up the pieces. That to me, you really playing with your life. I'm about to come and run it all back. I'm the new era, about to snap back. You ain't fitting